Hey folks, I hope you're all doing well. Today I'm doing a timeless tarot for the numbers 1 4 times in a row. So 1 1 1 1. So you might be seeing this when you look at the time, for instance. You could be seeing this in a variety of places. In my case, I've been seeing it around my clocks, for instance, and I've also been seeing it in my game. And one of my games has an in-world clock, and I'm seeing it pop up there too. So I want to explore what's going on with this angel number, this spirit number, this spirit guide number. So there are 3 different messages for different people who are seeing the 1111 sign pop up everywhere. So I want you to pick from polished Labradorite right here, my Amethyst right here, and my unpolished Kyanite right over here. Take a look at these stones for just a little bit. Let the stone resonate with you, that the spirit, that your spirit guides want to send you a message through, and then we will get started. I'm going to start with the Labradorite first, and then Amethyst second, and the Kyanite third. So I will see Amethyst and Kyanite a little bit later. Labradorite, let's take a look at what's going on with you folks and how you're seeing 1111 everywhere. So I'm going to do a tarot reading first for you folks. I'm going to do a Celtic cross. I'm using the Goddess Tarot, and I often use this for past life readings, major themes that can be going on in your life. And on the bottom, you've got beginnings, the Fool card. You have Tara. Tara is a female Buddha. If you don't know too much about her, you should get to know her. She's a neat spirit guide. Very motherly, very loving. All right, folks. So first of all, you have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. For my group who chose Labradorite, this could be about a delayed 10 of Pentacles. This could be about a delayed arrival at your wealth, at feeling comfortable permanently forever, not having to worry about having money in the bank, whether you're going to have a roof over your house. It's in reverse here. That can indicate a delay. That can indicate also that something has happened. I don't get the feeling that something negative has happened here for my Labradorite group. This is delayed, though. It's on its way. What happened in the past? Okay, so this is the version of the Devil card. This is the Goddess Tarot's version of the Devil card. So this is quite possibly a difficult situation that my Labradorite group has continued to struggle with. This could be a family kind of situation. This could be a romantic partner that you've continued to struggle with. These could be some friends, some coworkers that you've really struggled to get away with because you're working with these people. You may feel like you don't have a network, that these are the people that you have, and if you were to let go of these folks, that you wouldn't have anyone in your life. The universe wants you to know that letting go of these people is what you need to do in order for you to reach your highest good. in order to take care of your highest good ultimately, in order to bring about the things in your life that are going to constitute the Ten of Pentacles upright. Right now it's in the reverse. This is delayed. You have the Ten of Wands in the future. So this could be a situation where you're going to have to do a bit of a labor of love, if you will, in order to get to this Ten of Pentacles. Delayed, it's on the way, but there's still some leftover work to do to loosen yourself away from this devil here. You have the Prince of Cups, or this is the Page of Cups in this version. This is a new love offer coming through. So something's building up here. By no means, if it feels like it's delayed, that doesn't mean that it's not moving forward. I do see something moving forward here with my Labradorite group. If you've been seeing 1111 all over the place, then this could be a pointer, a synchronicity, a sign that there is a love offer coming through and that this is about to start, that it just hasn't started yet. Yeah, you've got the Ace of Cups on top of that. What's moving on underneath all of this is a new love for yourself, for people around you, a new romantic interest, a new emotional leveling up, if you will. This doesn't just have to be about romantic interests. This can also be about finding a new love for yourself. This can be finding new emotional depth, finding a new path to emotional depth for yourself, because ultimately you want to grow up into, in this version of the deck, you want to grow up into the Queen of Cups, and that is, they switch the King and the Queen in this particular deck. You do want to reach the Queen of Cups in the sense that you are in complete control of your emotions. You have them, they don't ever overwhelm you, but you still feel them, and you are incredibly in touch with your intuition. You're incredibly in touch with other people's emotions. This is the start of that new journey, and it's going to take some work to get to this point, but I do see finishes here. 10 is all about the end of a cycle, and this is celebrating the end of that cycle and getting ready to move into the new cycle. You've got some hard work left to do in letting go of this devil. It's possible that you're still struggling to that your work may be that you fully let go of the devil here with the 10 of Wands. That can be an addiction. That can be a situation where you're really struggling to let go of people in your life that shouldn't be there. Let's take a look at your advice. It's to do something different. This is the Ace of Wands. So advice is to do something different, to start new projects for yourself. Maybe keep this to yourself for just a little bit. I know that it's not in the reverse position. Nonetheless, sometimes it's good to keep cards close to our chest before while they develop, while the situation still develops, because there's still so many unknown factors. So keep things to yourself, but start a new project. Heal yourself here. If you know something about the goddess Inanna, that might be something that you can look into. This might be significant for you personally. Inanna might be one of your spirit guides. But this is your external situation. This 10 of Pentacles is delayed because you are in a healing situation right now. Before you can move forward into your 10 of Pentacles upright, be able to fully appreciate it, you need to heal from this devil. And in fact, that might be your work, is slowing down and deliberately taking the time to heal yourself before you move into the situation. You're going to want to be at your very best shape in order to greet this new love, in order to love yourself in the best condition possible. healing yourself, figuring out why this hurt so much, why this devil situation hurts you so badly, is going to be absolutely fantastic for you to move into this new future with this Ace and Page of Cups here. You are the magician. Isis is here. Again, if you have the spirit guide Isis, if you pray to her, if you work with her, this might be a reminder that she is here to assist you. I don't know how many of you folks have Isis as your spirit guide, but that's just in case. Either way, I feel like you folks, Labradorite folks, are both concerned about exercising your abilities. When I think of the magician, I think of both the emperor and the empress being one person, all together in balance, especially in the upright position. And you might not be feeling like you are both the empress and the emperor at once. You might not feel like you are this ultra powerful individual. But this is where the Ace of Wands comes in. This is about you doing new things and proving to yourself with the Ten of Wands. Yes, indeed, I am very capable of doing everything that I need to do in order to reach my highest good. I have all the tools within myself that I need to reach my highest good. I don't need guidance from other people. I don't need shitty friends. I don't need family members who want to pull me down. And you have the Six of Wands as your outcome. So, thinking in new ways, starting a new project for yourself, kind of keeping cards close to your chest, working your ass off is going to get you a celebration. You will have people around you who will celebrate. You will leave behind shitty people, and you will come into a group of people who cannot wait to be around you, who cannot wait to celebrate your successes, to be around you. I'm wondering if Spirit needs any more clarification. I think it's significant once again that you folks have Labradorite here. This is a stone that is meant to heal. It never needs to be cleansed. It is always absorbing dark energies and always giving back healing energies instead. I love Labradorite. In my visual work, in my physical work, I love Labradorite, but I definitely see how you guys need to heal with the star here. This is a process that needs to be completed. You will be celebrated for healing yourself here. So no more clarification. Let's do a Lenormand spread. Can we talk a little bit more about this devil situation with this Lenormand spread? So I am using the Lenormand coins from Smart Ash Holders here. Let's take out 9. So I'm creating a portrait spread. Okay, yeah, I see how your middle theme, Labradorite group, is the snake, and I'm so sorry. That is deception. That is long-term deception I'm seeing. It looks like someone made a choice to end a long-term deception here. This may have been coming from your family, because Crossroads, choice, lands on the house of the tree. or I should say the house of the house, which is about family, what goes on behind closed doors, your inner circle. So I absolutely see a deception, a lie being passed around your inner circle, and you just being done with it. There was a lot of confusion that you cut through when you finally did let go of this deception, because it's difficult to be around people that say they love you but do all kinds of things that show that they don't really like you. And if they really can't stand to be around you, if they don't like you, if they enjoy hurting you, spreading around untruths, then do they really love you that much, even if it's family? I think what this pandemic has really shown us is that life is short, too short to be spending it even around people who are supposed to be loving family members. Truly, if family loved us as much as they're supposed to, then we wouldn't have these situations where we have to break off from them for our own highest good. But I see Labradorite group, that is something that you've had to do in the past, and I can see how that can cause a lot of hurt. That is your central theme, is deception. With the devil, that absolutely makes sense. What was going on with your devil in the Celtic cross? I can see this was an awful situation. I can see that there were a bunch of secrets being passed around, and that your family, it looks like there was a male family member, quite possibly, who was passing, this might have been a husband of the people who picked Labradorite. This might have been a dad, this might have been an uncle, but I do see a male figure here who is really, really interested in spreading around news, right? The man coin, or the Amethyst coin, I should say, lands on the rider, which is about spreading news around. And this is he's made a choice pretty consistently to hurt you, Labradorite group. This individual in your life, in your family group, in your close friend circle, possibly your romantic partner, has made the choice over and over again to hurt, to deceive, to pass stuff around. Absolute untruths. For a long time, too. This has been going on for a long time. This person has really, from their earliest days, this person has liked to pass around secrets. It's a cycle with them. I think it's significant that I may be speaking to opposite sex couples here. It looks like, if this is Labradorite group, if this is your husband, if this is a boyfriend, if this is someone who's been in your life for a while, this is something that they've always done. They've always enjoyed having secrets because it gives them power. I see how much this has hurt you. You have been loyal to these people, even as they have absolutely catastrophically hurt you with absolute untruths. For some reason, I'm getting Cancer. Cancer signs, this may be you. Pisces, Scorpio, this may be you. Water signs. I have seen that this year you're going through quite a few struggles. I hope that you're going to be okay. Please reach out to therapy, but if you are a water sign, if that resonates with you, please remember that there is no such thing as a divination reading that is a substitute for good therapy, okay? I do want to continue to read this. In your present, you might still be struggling with some of these lie cycles. Quite literally, you might still be dealing with some people who come up to you and say, I heard this, this, and this. And you're still dealing with the fallout of this, and that is why still you're having to deal with this male figure in your life, even if you have put him out. And that may be in your Ten of Wands reading, that you divorce this person, that you let them go. I saw with your Ten of Wands, your Ace of Wands, that it's going to be hard work to let go of this situation. especially with a divorce, especially if you have children. That's going to be hard work, but you are going to be celebrated. There are going to be people around you with that Six of Wands as your outcome. There are going to be people who celebrate you taking on this burden and finishing it, seeing it to the end with Spirit's help, of course. In the future, I do see you, Labradorite group, cutting through these secrets that have been passed around your social group, but it may be that Spirit is the one who ultimately pushes this forward. I see a lot of connections ending here. It's quite possible that some friendships fall apart because some may have been not held up by, not held together by, or yeah, Spirit's saying that some might have been held together by these lies, these secrets that absolutely weren't true at all. You cut those strings, you cut those threads, and stuff falls apart. Please, excuse me, do reach out to therapy, Labradorite. Stone is about healing and taking away the negative energies around you, within you, doing shadow work, that kind of thing. I want to take a look at one last element. So I've been working with Ogham Rune sticks. I've been working with them for a little while. I'm still learning to memorize them. These runes are still teaching me lots of different lessons. I love them to pieces. So let's just take a little bit of, these will be closing words for my Labradorite group. You've been seeing 1111 all over the place. What kinds of closing words would Spirit like to give you folks? Okay. So first of all, folks, you have the oak. This is about strength, durability, courage. And to get through this situation with that Ten of Wands energy, you would absolutely need to have some degree of strength, durability, courage, especially with that Ace of Wands energy. And for Pisces, Cancer, maybe not so much Scorpio. I feel like Scorpio has quite a bit of fire within itself, but maybe some Scorpios would benefit from remembering how strong they really can be. Therapy will absolutely can help you folks. Listening to tarot, listening to spirit guides, listening to your ancestors will help here. But remembering that, remembering your strength, ultimately, remembering your inner strength at the end of the day is what's going to get you through this situation. Also, you have the holly. This is about challenge and defense. This is getting me Five of Wands energy here. And this is kind of a situation where I'm thinking of a version of Five of Wands that might be a little bit different from the Rider-Waite-Smith. The version I'm thinking of is of an initiate being tried by people more experienced in the magical arts. And this initiate is about to go through a challenge in order to be rewarded with a new magical level of stuff. And I hope that made sense. A new magical level of stuff. What even is that? But this is where you go through a trial in order to be rewarded. This is an up-leveling, not meant to hurt you. This is not an attack by any means. Last and not least, you have beginnings, initiations, purifications, cleansing. You even have birth here. So this is the birth of a new era with all that 10 energy in your Celtic cross energy, your Celtic cross reading. I can absolutely see how you are being pushed into a new beginning with this 1111 healing 10 energy. This is the end of an era. Be sure to celebrate before you move into the new era. And that's what that Six of Wands is about. I think it's kind of it gives you the short end of the stick when you finish something and then immediately move into the next thing. It's part of human culture, regardless of where you're from, what culture you're from, to have a party, celebrate accomplishing something before moving on. And to skip that important step is problematic. I think it's part of why I think some of us struggle with happiness, because we don't really celebrate our achievements. We're looking for the next achievement. How can we be happy with what we have, and what have we achieved today? How can we celebrate that? Labradorite group, those are all the messages for you from the Lenormand spread, the Ogham Runes, the Celtic Ogham Runes, and from the Goddess Tarot. I hope that you folks have a wonderful day. Please take care of yourselves. Amethyst group, I hope that you're all doing well. We are taking a look at why you are seeing 1111 all over the place. From the bottom, you have the Page of Swords. So the Goddess Tarot does things a little bit differently. The Prince is the Page in this case. This is about communicating a new way. And I guess with 1111, that is about new beginnings, very much so. I saw with the Labradorite group that is also very much about starting over after a difficult situation. So here, this is about keeping an eye out on things. This is about communicating in new ways, thinking in different ways. It's also about making new connections altogether, networking altogether. So I want to also take a look at what's okay. So you have the moon crossing you in reverse. So there are some truths that you've recently discovered about yourself. You may have done some shadow work. There may be some truths that you've discovered about the people around you in this particular case. Okay, yeah, it may have been that someone missed an up-leveling call. Someone may have missed, this could be you folks, Amethyst folks, unfortunately. This could be people who have maybe avoided what the universe is asking them to do for themselves, and now this is a new opportunity to think differently, to communicate differently, to start over with different connections. And this is something that it's possible that my Amethyst group already knows about the fact that they may have missed an opportunity here. Yeah, so in the future, you do have strength going forward. I hope that my Amethyst group chooses to take this as a lesson learned. The universe isn't a one opportunity and you're done kind of thing, absolutely. But in the future, the universe wants you to turn this Judgment card upright and wants you to become the knight, become sir, or I don't know if you're female also, you could become sir in this case, but you are meant to answer the universe's call and become what it wants you to become. It could have you become its servant, so to speak. It could have you do something good for the universe, but either way, the universe wants you to answer this judgment call for your highest good, ultimately also for others' highest good as well. This is going to take some strength in the future, but with this new opportunity, with you understanding going forward what your weaknesses are. I do see, again, shadow work being done here, and that's awesome if you've been doing positive work with spirit. Yeah, this is going to be about self-love, turning back that love onto yourself. With this Page of Swords situation, it might be new to think of yourself affectionately as you would some of your closest friends or family members, maybe even a spouse or a boyfriend or a girlfriend. That might be kind of new for you folks, but that is part of where you're going to get your strength, is your self-love for yourself. And if you're doing a lot of shadow work, my Amethyst group, it would make perfect sense that you're going to get like a massive inheritance of self-love from the universe. Yes, excuse me. You do have a lot of awesome change headed your way with this Wheel of Fortune card here. This is what is moving underneath. This is a new opportunity being presented by the universe to up-level yourself as far as how you think, how you communicate, because the universe wants you to do something new with this. Wants you to become an incredibly strong person thanks to this. I see balance being reestablished here, temperance. So it may be that you need to bring balance within yourself. It may be that you need to pay attention to spirit and listen to how they want you to bring balance to yourself. It may be that doing activities such as yoga, for instance, meditation, taking some vacation time to yourself, that might be helpful for you to establish some balance to yourself. You're sure getting a lot of major arcana cards here. So this is a huge situation. This might be kind of a crossroads, kind of a... this might be a situation where you kind of create a memorial for it. Not in the sense that something died, that anyone died, but in the sense that an era is over and now you're moving on and you want a way to memorialize it. So in this case, this is the universe acting. This is something that you have no control over. This is karma at work. These are your external factors. So it looks like you've been doing the shadow work that it takes to have justice smile on you, have karma smile on you, and move your situation forward here with this 10 of Pentacles. Oh, sorry, yes, this 10 of Pentacles. Not the 10 of Pentacles here, but you may have that in your future is a happily ever after, a comfortable life, never having to worry about earthly resources again. That is associated with the Wheel of Fortune here. It might be a concern working with people. You might be so hurt from this situation that you left behind in the past that working with people may be a struggle. It may be that you have been so separated from people for so long that working with people might seem like an insurmountable hurdle for you folks. Nonetheless, that is something like it also looks like something that you want to work with people again. But it may have been that you were burned in the past. It might be that you are still in a situation where you're having to give your energies to something because that's kind of your work situation. That's how you get your money. It might be that you're both afraid of and can't wait for the day when you can leave this work situation that isn't benefiting you, but that you need to stick around in order to have money for rent, food, that kind of thing. And I see here that you have, now this would be the King of Wands in reverse. In this version, it's the Queen of Wands. So this is the top of the wand suite. So this would be about you having some self-confidence that you can handle this situation going forward. This is about knowing when to act and when to stay seated and to let spirit move forward in the situation. Because it looks like karma is very much at work here, and karma doesn't need help from human underlings. Karma just needs you to work with it. It's going to act whether you work with it or not. And in this case, that might be sitting back with the universe, listening closely to your intuition and letting karma do its work in your life. It looks like you've done quite a bit of hard work You might have missed an up-leveling in the past, but you're determined not to do that in the future. You're doing the most loving thing for yourself possible by paying attention to your highest good, changing for your highest good, bringing balance to your situation, calling upon your inner strength in order to become this person who listens closely to what the universe has to say and not necessarily acting of your own will all the time. There are times when you should do what you want, and then there are other times when you need to do what the universe wants. So let's take a look at your Lenormand cards. I was going to do a portrait spread for you folks. Spirit, what messages would you like to give with this portrait spread? That's your top row, folks. Okay. Well, this is about putting wow, this is about putting a cycle to an end. Literally burying a cycle and moving quickly about it. You might be a bit of a fire sign. I'm not saying that you are, but you might have some fire in your birth chart. Be sure to take a look at that. Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. Take a look at what you have in your birth chart, but I see you moving quickly to end this cycle. You are done. You might be ending an engagement, and this could be like a literal romantic engagement. This could be a business engagement in the sense that you have a long-running commitment to a business partner and you're just done with it. I did see pentacles pop up in that hope and fear kind of setting, so that might be something that is relevant to some folks watching this. My Amethyst group, you might be ending a business partnership that has been standing around for a long time, because I see that the writer does appear on the house of the tree, which is about a long-standing situation. This cycle has kicked up a lot of confusion for you, and it's also done some real harm at home behind closed doors, even if you don't have a family. And if you do, it's done a lot of damage to yourself and to the people around you. It's repressed all kinds of things. It's repressed emotions, it's repressed thoughts, and that might be where that Page of Swords comes that Page of Swords comes in, is that you're thinking a different way, you're communicating a different way, because now you feel like you have the freedom to do so. That's your current reality right now. In your past, I see you unfortunately letting go of an opportunity to make a choice in your highest good, and that's what that Judgment card in reverse was with your Celtic cross. That was in your past, but here in your future, you see what you want to do with the road ahead. So the sun is shining on your journey. I think we can all agree that having a bright sunny day to go sailing on is one of the best kinds of sailing conditions that you can have. So that was in the past, and I do feel that you have a tremendous amount of regret about not making this choice when the universe offered it to you. That Judgment card in reverse, I do feel like you have regrets about not paying attention to the universe when it gave you a new opportunity. You might have been seeing 1111. You might have had a new opportunity and you let go of it because you were too fearful. And I see that you are much, much less likely to have that happen again because you want it so badly here. And the universe is smiling on your road ahead. It might be really, really happy to give you a second chance. I do see, now you could be a feminine person. This could be a feminine person in your life, but I do see a new family situation starting up in the future. For some reason, like Six of Wands pops up, and that wasn't in y'all's reading. It was in Labradorite's reading. But I see a situation where possibly you get married again, where you start a new family, start a new business even. But I feel like more it's about marriage in this case. That's coming up in your future. That's some neat stuff. Moving on over in the past, I do see you opening up a new family, opening yourself up to a new opportunity, a new Ten of Pentacles. I said earlier in your Celtic cross that I felt like this was a Ten of Pentacles kind of reading, and I see here that you are opening yourself up to this. You're opening yourself up to a new opportunity where you absolutely can have your Ten of Pentacles, your happily ever after when it comes to your earthly resources. This is a choice, a long-term choice that you, or I suspect that this is you, Amethyst, right? You may be a feminine individual. You might be more in touch with your cups energy, your emotional energy, than with other energies like fire or wands, for instance. But I do see this being a long-term choice that might be difficult for you folks. But at the end of the day, you are going to be infinitely rewarded. You land on the house of the bouquet, which is about social situations. There might be some confusion around this engagement. There might be some confusion around moving forward into this new family. You might not be clear at all on whether you even want to start over with a new family. This might be where reaching out to therapy to untangle all your feelings, emotions, your thoughts is going to be super helpful. I understand that therapy isn't great for everybody, but for a lot of folks, it helps a lot. Moving forward, I see you opening up all kinds of doors here, Amethyst. I almost said Labradorite. Maybe you want to tap into the Labradorite stone and do some healing work with it. Maybe pick one up from your local metaphysical shop. Do some shadow work with it, like I saw you were doing earlier with your moon in reverse. But I see you opening up all kinds of doors on the way to your Ten of Pentacles. You really don't have anything to, you have a whole lot less to worry about these days. I want to take a look at some Ogham Runes. I want some closing messages from Spirit when it comes to Ogham Runes. What do you need to know in closing? Amethyst 1111 group, what do you need to know? So my Labradorite group also got this. This is the Oak Ogham Rune. This is about strength, durability, having the courage to get through a situation. This is the Blackthorn Rune. This is about adversity, pain, struggle, festering, and the protection after obtaining wisdom that is hard won. So having courage to go through a really deeply challenging situation in order to get to the other side for your highest good. Last and not least, you have beginnings, initiations, purifications, cleansing, birth. So Labradorite group also got this. You are going to come to your new beginning, the start of a new era. through some difficult circumstances, right? And you may have already gone through these circumstances. You may be currently going through these circumstances. You may be about to go through these circumstances. For some reason, Saturn return rings a bell for some folks. Some of you may be about to start your Saturn return. If that's the case, please take a look at the different tarot readings around YouTube about what your Saturn return could offer. I would absolutely love to do a personal reading for you if you would like some Saturn return information. But definitely this looks like a situation that tarot would be wonderful when used in conjunction with an amazing therapist, actually. I will say at all my readings that no divination session for anyone is ever meant to be a replacement for good therapy. And this might be a situation where you are working hard. It might be a really difficult situation. Some water signs might be going through this situation. And in that case, therapy used in conjunction with some awesome things like tarot, aromatherapy, meditation, yoga, that kind of thing is going to be really, really key to getting you through this difficult time. You have amazing things coming up for you, Amethyst group. I hope that you have a wonderful day. Kyanite group, I hope that you are all doing well. I want to take a look at your Celtic cross for why you're seeing 1111 all over the place these days. So Spirit says no more shuffling and to take from the bottom. Okay, I am so sorry. 3 of Swords, heartbreak. Kyanite group, you have picked the stone kyanite because of its healing properties and also because it never needs to be cleansed. I can understand why you would pick this particular stone. I see you needing a tremendous amount of healing. And that's okay, possibly because of a situation that still has quite a bit of nostalgia for you. This could have been some childhood friends. This could have been family that you have known your entire life who have broken your heart. This could be a romantic partner that you've dated for years and years, and things have happened with this particular person. They have broken your heart. Your heart is broken at this particular point. At the beginning, in your past, what started this, it looks like there was a new situation. This had to do with a new way of thinking, a new way of communicating, and it led to some kind of real heartbreak here. Now, I do see later on that you have the Ace of Pentacles, so a truth was, I see you having to confront a truth in the past. It's leading to a considerable amount of heartbreak right now, and in the future, it's going to lead to all kinds of new earthly opportunities for you. Really neat opportunities that you needed to have. Heartbreak sucks, but the universe uses it as a way to keep us going towards our highest good, to help us reach our highest good. I see in the past that a truth did need to be confronted here about this situation that my Kyanite group was pretty nostalgic about. There were still a lot of really close feelings, warm, fuzzy feelings around this, and this was a really difficult situation because of how nostalgic, how warm and fuzzy my Kyanite group felt about these people. I can't read upside down. What does that say? Movement. Okay, this is the Chariot card. Excuse me. So, so this is about being stopped kind of in your tracks, so to speak. While you're still going on a journey, this is an obstacle in front of your way. There's a tremendous amount of heartbreak here The universe wants to remind you that you still need to keep going. You need to find out how you can get around this particular obstacle. Do you want to go around it? Do you want to go over it? Do you want to smash it to bits and just plow right on through? It's completely up to you, completely up to your situation and your personality, what your spirit guides want you to do. But I do see you having to confront an obstacle here. This situation that you have a lot of warm and fuzzy feelings over, you're being asked to move out of this situation. For some reason, I'm getting water signs again. Now, I think it's interesting that I've been getting water signs so much throughout this entire 11/11 reading. I'm seeing you, I'm feeling you folks show up here. That Scorpios, Pisces, and Cancers might get something out of each and every one of those stones that popped up that I showed you guys earlier. Okay, you have the Seven of Cups in reverse, so you see very, very clearly what you need to do here, how to move forward. It might be that you are stopped when it comes to this obstacle. This heartbreak is really keeping you down. It might be that you might have a temporary loop where you feel how much you hurt. And you also remember the good memories out of this Six of Cups, and you just kind of have this negative feedback loop going on right now. And yet you are still able to see, because of this Ace of Swords, the truth that you know what to do with this obstacle moving forward. It's just right now I feel like you're kind of not stuck here, but you are staying here because the heartbreak is that powerful at this point. Okay, so this is about taking on new beginnings, possibly with a more mature perspective than you did before. These new opportunities might come up because you are more cautious about the new opportunities that come your way. You have a choice here. I'm going to take a look at your other cards really, really quickly, and then we'll come back, shuffle for this Two of Swords. What choice do you have to make here? You have an external situation. You're being forced to make a choice between two things, and they are okay, passing up on an opportunity and going through a tower situation. So this would be a kind of circumstance where you can stay put where you are in your comfortable space, or you can make a choice that's going to be feeling catastrophic for you, but the universe wants you to make this choice because it is ultimately to your highest good as well as to other people's highest good. So that's with your external situation. You might be really kind of at an impasse here with that Two of Swords here. The universe wants you to choose the tower for yourself, because otherwise the universe will choose the tower for you. And it could be more traumatic, it could be more catastrophic if the universe chooses it for you. You need to make a painful choice. Again, with this heartbreak card, you need to make a painful choice in order to start over again. 11/11 seems to be about, for this group, about new beginnings, starting over again after a traumatic time. With this tower, it feels like you have this opportunity to take a hold of this in the relatively near future. And if you do, you have all kinds of neat opportunities coming your way. You will be able to take back what was taken from you in the past. You were forced to confront a situation that you have warm and fuzzy feeling situations for still right now, and I see you in the future being able to take back what is yours from that situation. I see you struggling to value yourself as the universe values and loves you. Well, you have the Nine of Pentacles here, and this is about having everything that you need. It's about self-worth at the end of the day. And I see a lot of folks, especially with this truth that they're kind of struggling with, they're struggling I see my Kyanite folks struggling to see themselves as being worthy empresses that deserve to have these wonderful things like this Ace of Pentacles in life. Moving forward, your advice in order to have the best possible outcome is to, when you start your new situations, to have a little bit more of a mature angle. Tap into spirit guides, to your ancestors, when moving forward into these new situations where you take back what is rightfully yours, what was stolen from you. Folks, I want to move into my Lenormand coins. I've been doing portrait spreads for my folks. And I wanted to see what Spirit wanted to say through my Lenormand coins. We'll take 9. Okay. That's your top row, folks. Okay, I see my Kyanite folks being forced to be loyal to a choice that they've made with their finances here. This is a loyalty that you've been forced to have, or you have been having now for a long time. Dog lands on the house of the tree, which is about long-term situations that take a while to grow. A seed was planted far, far in the past, and now we have a fully fledged old tree. This is something that you have been involved in for a while, possibly against your will. For a lot of Kyanite folks, I can see that this was against your will. It's possible that there's something associated with your family and this money situation that you've needed in order to live, to have earthly resources to get through life. And that's somehow been, I'm getting held back. It might be that family have been nickel and diming you. They've not been giving you what you're worth. And again, that's that 9 of Pentacles. They've not been giving you what you're worth here. I see them making choices that are designed to confuse you, to continue to earn your loyalty falsely. That's your present reality, unfortunately. Above what's going on consciously is that you've got a situation that is dominating you. This could be an authority figure. This could be a romantic partner. When I said authority figure, it could be a boss. This could be a coworker who has a lot of influence in your workplace even. And something about this situation is causing a tremendous burden on you. This is the kind of dominance, a incredibly heavy situation that just feels like it won't go away. This is where the Magician kind of comes into play here. The universe wants you to remember that you have all the tools in front of you that you need in order to have the best for yourself in terms of your highest good, in terms of ultimately reaching godhood after multiple births. You are going through a difficult situation right now, and I can see with that choice that we had back there with your external situation, where you could go either way. You could stay with the situation, stay kind of bored, not take what the universe is offering you, or you can do that tower moment for yourself and get yourself out of this situation. That's what's moving consciously, okay? This is something that's been around for a really, really long time. A dominant situation that has been a kind of a dead albatross around your neck, so to speak. What's moving on underneath all of this is that you have a social situation that lies to take care of themselves first. I get that these people in your life do not like you that much. They are literally using you, Kyanite group, to get what they want. Not even necessarily what they need, right? They do get what they need out of you. They do pump it out of you, but they also get things that they want out of you. These people don't like you, unfortunately. They're incredibly selfish. They're incredibly manipulative. They don't have any problem lying to you. It feels good to them to lie to you. In the past, you've been lied to pretty consistently. You might be believing some lies, some religiously based lies about money. And I do want to make a distinction between religion and faith. You can practice faith and be far, far away from religion, and you can practice religion and be far, far away from faith. There is a massive difference here. It's possible that some folks believe some lies when it comes to their faith and their money. If your church, if your religious organization, if your faith organization places a large emphasis on money, giving money back to their organization, this might be part of what is holding you back. You might still believe that you owe something to this religious/faith organization. The universe wants you to cut yourself free. That might be where that tower moment is coming in. You might have some degree of authority with the church. That might be, or I should say, I keep saying the church. It could be a synagogue, a temple, what have you, okay? You might be in some degree of authority within your religious organization, and this would be catastrophic for not just you, for the people around you. You might be a pastor or someone of that level. You might be a religious leader. I see you being loyal to a social situation consistently. And yet this social situation is deeply repressed, has you burying something. It lands on the house of the coffin here. You wouldn't associate bouquets necessarily with coffins unless it's with a funeral. It's quite possible that, well, with the tower situation, you are going to be much more likely to end this. As very difficult as this would be, I do see that you have the loyalty coin appearing as your central theme. Kyanite group, you might be incredibly loyal people, and this might be a massive struggle for you. Scorpio pops into mind. You might be a Scorpio here. In the future, you're going to have to deal with some choices that were made out of manipulation, and they'll have long-term consequences for you and for the people around you. If you are part of a situation where money and a religious organization are tangled up in a negative, shadowy kind of way, I can absolutely see how there would be consequences well into the future. This is you know what I see with the anchor? It lands on the house of the ship. This ship has been docked now for so long that it's dry docked. It's not even in the water anymore. This might have been going on your entire life. Your parents might have been involved in this somehow, and you've inherited the situation. It could be that you inherited your family's faith. It could be you inherited your family's religious organization, church, synagogue, whatever have you. I keep getting a catastrophic situation. Please reach out to therapy. No divination session from anyone is ever a replacement for any kind of professional therapy. Please reach out to those folks. Please use tarot in conjunction with therapy. But if you're going through an awakening situation kind of right now, with that chariot in reverse we saw earlier, and with this ship dry anchored, this is a situation that could be really difficult to move out of without some incredible outside support. The universe really, really doesn't want you to do this alone. They want you to reach out for assistance here. I want to take a look next at Ogham Runes. So these have the names of trees, and the names of trees all have different divinatory meanings. I want to close out the reading with messages that Spirit wants you to take away for future reference. Okay, bear with me. I'm still learning my Ogham Runes at this point. I haven't memorized them all. So here you've got the aspen tree. This is about spirits, grief, fear, and communication with ancestors and the divine. So some of you might really legitimately be religious leaders in your community. You might be leading small study religious groups in that kind of sense. You might be a pastor here. I see you needing to communicate with the universe as you move out of this time period, but grief is something that is going to be part of this process. This is a massive change, and towers often do bring tears because their change is so tremendous. You also have the heather right here. This is about lovers, partnership, home, hearth, honey, nourishment. So this is about being more established with a long-term relationship. This would be a marriage here. And this could be the end of not just a religious community. This would also be the end of a marriage here. You also have here the elder tree. This is wisdom that comes after examination of all parts of life. So this is you sitting back, looking back at this relationship specifically that you have been a part of for a very, very long time, and deciding whether you want to continue with this relationship. You could have been in this romantic partnership now for decades, and it's a horrifying choice for you to think about. The tower, right? When you go back to that two of swords earlier in your Celtic cross, I can see how incredibly easy it would be to just stay seated with the Four of Cups card and to avoid the Tower card. And yet that is what the universe is asking you, really emphasizing here with your closing words, is to push forward with the Tower, to trust the universe, even when it feels like everything, including your friends, your romantic partners, maybe even some of your family members, are being stripped away from you. These things did not serve you, the universe says. The universe says that you have all the tools within you that you need to move forward, and that the universe is going to deliver new tools to you, new situations, new lovers, new friends, and family that you make. It's not always about blood family. Those are all the messages that Spirit has for you, Kyanite group. I hope that you have a great day. Please take care of yourselves.